That's not even the song that's playing right now, but how could I tell? I'm just a stupid little girl. I don't check on what song's playing at the moment. I just sing what's in my heart, like everyone should. I'm back again and about time too. My computer crashed cause it is a jerk. I think we're almost back to where I was. The autosave in this game saves very infrequently. Like, I was all the way back before the cross-examination. Because I don't think since that night... Oh, it passed my lips. Okay, yeah, we're basically almost back to where we were. Yeah, this is where he says he ate, like, a leaf. Wow, broth and a leaf. Good for you. Die. Yes, this is where we left off, because I had to pronounce this word. This word is what killed my computer. Trying to pronounce that word is what did it. That's what killed me off. I blame that word specifically. But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. Willingly would I suffer what punishment 'tis seen fit to serve a wicked thief of gas. But, however, I pray ye wise and noble fellows, nary forget the simple truth. That be one thing, and this be another. Ah, don't divert our attention. You're a murderer. You murdered far more people than Soseki has so far. All jurors, your humble servant Shamsphere doth entrust you. Punish the Japanese fellow for his sins. Well, my lord. If I may speak, my lord. Oh, we gotta do this shit again. My guy. We've been at this for like 2 minutes. I believe we may well have been duped by that rotten defense lawyer. By me? The fuck did I do? Yeah, we all know the waif there was making coins of ice to keep himself warm. Well, this loyal lad says he's stealing gas. He deserves a dose of poison, eh? Been leading us up the garden path. That's what he's been doing. I really never said anything like that. You're putting words in my mouth. I hate you all. Why are you all so stupid? What we just heard from the victim here has opened our eyes again. We've reached a decision this time and we won't be swayed from it. Oh, I'm sure you will. We need a case to go by. Court acknowledges the position of the juror foreman, the jury foreman. I will duly hear the jury's findings. What? No. You can't just... Motherfuckers, you knock that off.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Man, why did my stream have to crash? All we had was 3 minutes left of the case. We were basically done. Yay! We did it! I hereby declare the jury to be in one accord. Good morning, welcome back. Computer crashed, very fun. Great times. I don't know why it does that so often. I blame you. You're the problem. This fucker, Shamsphere. Oh, happy day. You're doing this shitty ass dance. This is your fault. How is this happening? No. My lord, the defense asserts its right to do its summation examination. You know I'm back at it again. You know I'm gonna do it every time. Very well, the court upholds the defense's right. This is one of our new gameplay mechanics after all. Typical. My learned Japanese friend is unable to accept the obvious truth. Trial will therefore enter its second summation examination. Jurors, fuck it, I don't know how to speak. I call upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime of which he is charged. You better have an actual fucking reason this time, you fucking cunt. I'm a man of logic, me, and having considered all the evidence, the defendant must logically be guilty.
I do agree that gas is far too expensive. I can quite understand why the man would want to avoid paying.
The stuff explodes and it can poison you. It's absolutely lethal, gas is. Gas doesn't come for free. It costs a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes. Truth be told, the tea my wife serves me up for me is a little sketchy at times. If nothing else passed the victim's lips that night, there's no other explanation, is there? With tech issues lately. Yeah, I think I just need a full new computer. Like, maybe not a new computer, but like a new, GPU, maybe? One of the things that I can replace. Or I feel that perhaps personal opinion about gas and its supplies has influenced decisions somewhat. But never mind. No, you really should mind. Why is it all related to gas? Why is this the whole case?
The truth is, our counter-arguments won't unassemble what we've hoped. Mr. Shamsphere was poisoned. There can be no doubt of that.
Then how are we supposed to turn this around?
I think we need to exhaust the method by which Shamsphere was actually poison. Establish the method. Our only hope is to demonstrate that to the court incontrovertibly. But that's surely almost impossible at this stage. No, we gotta show them that it was the gas! It was all the gas! The gas did everything. The gas fucking poisoned him. If you don't manage it, though, Mr. Natsume will
be found guilty. When we need to make sure Shamsphere is found guilty. Need to replace my computer. That's fair, honestly. I feel like most of my computer is fine, but there has to be like one part of it that's fucking up. But the problem is that I have no idea which part it is, so it's just like a crapshoot. This says nothing. And the gas is far too expensive. I want to avoid paying. Maybe we just need to press everything. You're gonna be instrumental to this. Could we please talk about the poison rather than the gas, do you think, sir? Well, if you like. I mean, to be honest, I'd take poison over gas every time. You'd take poison? What I mean is, poison can only poison you. It doesn't explode, does it? Goodness me, what are you talking about? Set him straight, please, lawyer man. Sing me a song, Mr. Lawyer Man. Well, it's certainly true that poison isn't prone to exploding. But I think you'll find poison also can't light or heat up a room. You're right. I haven't considered that at all. Have you considered literally anything? Young lawyer man. Yes? You have a good head on your shoulders. We could use someone like you as our company's legal representative. Well, I wasn't expecting to pick up more business in the middle of a trial, but I mean... how much you paying? Naruto's just like, well, hold on. Anyway, the point is, I haven't had the best experience with gas companies in the past. Gas doesn't come for free. It costs a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes. Before we get anywhere else, I need to save again, just to make sure. You know, just in case my computer feels like being a little shithead. Dun, 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 dun. These people. None of them say anything important. Can we please refrain from all this talk of gas? There's an all-out attack underway here, in case you haven't noticed, against my company's gas. And I'm supposed to sit here and take it, am I? I don't think so. Really buzzing now. Get it? Bees!
There's more bees! I shouldn't do that. That hurt my voice a lot, actually. All I've heard about our wonderful fuel is explosions and poisonings. What about electricity, What about getting electrocuted? What about that? A little explosion here and there is nothing in comparison. Any explosion could hardly be described as nothing, madam. Nevertheless, the theft of your gas is deplorable, I'm sure. My point exactly. But gas thieves aren't even the worst of our enemies. We have far more devious reprobates to contend with on a daily basis, you know. More dubious? Who, madam? Other gas companies, of course. Other gas companies. Yeah, why was I expecting anything helpful? We generate gas and we deliver it for our customers, fair and square. Indeed, nobody is questioning that, madam. That's not what we're on trial for. But there are other unscrupulous gas companies here in London that don't even have any gas at all. What? But if they don't have any gas, how do they go about selling it to people? You wouldn't think it possible, would you? But they steal our gas, you see, and sell that. They steal your gas? How on earth is such a thing possible? Gas companies like ours deliver gas to people's homes via a network of pipes. But these devious reprobates secretly disconnect our pipes and divert our gas into their own rotten pipes. And then they make a contract with the household supplied by those pipes and take money from the precious gas that's rightfully ours without us even knowing. They're diverting gas into their own pipes illegally. What a brazen form of theft! When we visit our customers' houses to collect the money from their meters, we always have to check whether one of those devious companies have been up to their tricks. What? Look at this fucking moron.
Excuse me.
What are you on about? Do you have something to say about that, juror number 3? No, golly, you mean me? I was just looking around like a dipshit. I'm terribly sorry, but I was just thinking to myself. Really did catch him off guard there. What were you thinking to yourself? Well, yeah. I just got a little riled up about it recently, you see? Go on. Please say something of relevance, I'm begging you. An Alamut gas worker visited my house the other day to investigate pipework. We need to ask for your cooperation while we carry out a secret check of your property, sir, the fella said. So I let him in, and do you know what he did? I'm, afraid I have no idea. Please tell us. Like, please tell us anything of relevance, for the love of God. He proceeded to take one of my lights off the wall. And then he grabbed the exposed mouth of the pipe and started blowing into it. He was poisoned by his teapot or something at this point. No, but like, that's what we think happened. Like, currently, that's what we think happened to him, is that he was poisoned by the tea. But no, it has to be the pipes or something. It's just like the gas. You're giving away company secrets there. Because all we know at this point, well, we technically don't know it, but we basically know it, is that Shamsphere was using the gas to fucking gas people to death while they were in their sleep. And, like, have them choke to death on, like, the gas intake. And we need to find a way to prove that in court at some point. Although I'm not sure how we're gonna get to that point. It's because we have the gas lady here. What do you mean? I'll explain if you don't mind. As I said before, those unscrupulous other gas companies connect their customers to our pipe network. The game is going on about it for a while, to be fair. This is what this entire segment is going to be, is just gas. We're just going to have to get these idiots to yell at each other about gas for a while, until we can finally get back to the trial. Obviously there's gas in the pipes, and it's a fairly low pressure. By blowing air through the pipes, you can make the pressure drop temporarily. And if you do that, any lights connected to the same pipe will flicker for a moment.
I see, in other words, if upon blowing out the pipe, the lights of an adjacent property that has no contract with your company flickers, you can know that these devious scoundrels have been meddling with the pipes.
Exactly, my lord. That's it in a nutshell. It's the reason why we have teams of workers going about neighborhoods to investigate which lights flicker. The trouble is, the particular worker who came to my house didn't know the strength of his own breath. He blew down the pipe with all his might. You can guess what happened, can't you? Well, if you blow hard, then... What do you mean? That's right, the lights didn't just flicker. They went out, along with the stove. Gas started pouring into the house.
Oh shit, what a disaster.
The gas supply must have been interrupted briefly because the man blew too hard, so the flames went out. I'm afraid I yelled at the fella. Are you trying to kill us all? I said. Disconnecting a lamp and blowing into the exposed gas pipe. Possible to extinguish lamps and stoves connected to the same network of pipes. Then when the gas starts flowing again, it just silently seeps into the room. It's almost like this is what Shamshir was doing. Shamsphere, whatever. Yes, I'm almost certain a clue that we've been hoping for. Juror number 3. The defense requests that you amend your statement to include that information. Oh, well, if you like. I don't mind. Well, I do. That's our company's secret method to identifying the rogues. Like I said, man, it's widely known already. Like I said, man, please shut the fuck up.
Very well, juror number 3. You will amend your statement accordingly.
Yes, my lord. Although I'm not really sure what the point of all this is. Shut up and just go with it. Then you're in real trouble. True. Okay, no, there's nothing... This guy... Only a month ago... This man... killed him... Okay, what do we do with this now? Because I don't think we can pit this against anything. Maybe I need to press the first guy and get him... Oh, no, it's this. It has to be this. Hold on. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's save first, just to make sure. Because all that matters, it doesn't matter if that's what actually happened, we just have to convince the jury that it's what happened. That no. The other explanation is the pipes! These two statements clearly contradict each other. Juror number 6, do you hear what juror number 3 just said?
What? Yes, of course. I heard him mumbling about something or other, maybe.
There is another explanation here, I believe. Something besides Mr. Natsume's tea did, in a matter-of-fact speaking, pass the victim's lips on the night in question.
What? What explanation? What are you talking about, young man? I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore.
I wonder, did the police check the mouth of the... Oh, God! Yo, CFS, thank you for the raid. Thank you for blasting me with something. What the hell hit me? The hell was that? Hi, only streamer online. Yo, I'm the only streamer streaming? That's pretty epic. Gotta take a shower today. Good. I'm glad you had fun. I wonder, did the police check the mouth of the gas pipe feeding the wall light at the scene to see if there was any traces of poison there?
I was curious to see what your floundering would result in this time, but the mouth of a gas pipe... Scotland Yard have enough to do without exploring such irrelevance.
What a piece of work is a man! What are you trying to say, Mr. Shamsphere? Please, Shamsphere, we're gonna get you. What speakest thou? Prithee, is not strange and strange? That is what I say to thee, sir. I thought I'd been quite clear, but let me put it another way. The synchronine could have been on the mouth of the gas pipe that feeds the wall lamp in your room. And that is how the poison came to enter your body.
Good lord.
It was all the gas company.
Are they tasty, they gas pipes? Is that what he's saying?
Or as the gentleman questioning the poor man was so desperately hungry, he tried to fill his belly with gas.
Perhaps no actress would perform a kiss scene with him,
For shame, madam, speaking thy fancy. I assure you, I'm not such a buffoon that I have to kiss pipes.
Objection!
Objection, you are such a buffoon. You are that buffoon. I don't know a thing about these games, but a friend strongly suggests I at least read them. They're pretty good. There's a lot of Ace Attorney games at this point, and I kind of had a break from them for a long while, just because there hasn't been a new game in, like, almost a decade at this point. It's been a while since they released a new one. But, I'm kind of back into my kick for them. I do love them a lot.
The prosecution will not stand for any more of my learned Nipponese friend's conjecture.
Oh yeah, this guy is just racist, by the way. That's his character trait. Part-time duck.
Wank, 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 wank. To begin with, the lamp in the victim's room is high on the wall. In order to have placed his lips to the pipe that feeds it, he would have to be a contortionist. These are empty assertions. There is no possible proof that the man did as you say.
Objection!
It's true. I have no proof that Mr. Shamsphere put his lips to the pipe. However, I think he did because he was trying to murder the people above him. He was trying to murder Soseki. However, I can say with some certainty that on multiple occasions, Mr. Shamsphere has been doing something in front of that lamp on the wall. And I have evidence to prove it.
Alright, got our attention, lad. Like to see how you can be so sure of yourself.
So would I. Let's see this evidence then. And I've got the jury's ears, now I just have to trick them into believing me. I need to make this opportunity count. This is the proof that, time and again, Mr. Shamsphere stood in front of his gas lamp. It is this photo.
Take that!
What the? Oh, that's why you got that picture and not the picture of the floorboards getting fucked. These are... Wait, what are they called? Yes, skin prints. Whatever the fuck. They aren't an official means of evidence, but ignore that. Please ignore that these aren't an official means of evidence.
I've never heard of such things. The Justice Ministry is currently assessing whether or not to permit fingerprints as evidence in court, however.
My lord, this is an exciting new forensic technique developed by the great detective Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It reveals all of the places that Shamsphere touched in his room.
Oh, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, that's block magic, isn't it?
I do quite enjoy magic of most kinds.
If anyone could invent something like this, it's that great Shlomes fellow, that's for sure. You know his name got got fucked in the copyright. Had to change it for the localization.
I agree. This month's edition of Engineering Thumbs was quite fascinating. We found skin prints in many places that you would expect. On the table, on the costumes. However, Mr. Shamsphere also appears to have been touching some very unexpected places in his room. That boy be touching. He was giving, for example, here, you can see clearly in this evidence that he was giving back shots to his wall. Around the hanging picture there, indeed multiple handprints appear to be visible. Well, I wonder, could it have been appropriating the appreciating the artwork, perhaps?
Doing what? I find him guilty in court of doing back shots to the wall.
Yes, we got him. We got him on every count. Imagine standing with their hands where those prints are, and you would find yourself directly in front of... Ah! I don't believe it. The gas lamp, bitch. That's what we're doing now. So the reason why isn't immediately obvious. It's clear that Mr. Shamsphere has regularly been standing with his hands to the wall in front of that lamp.
Right. What have you been up to, you nut?
I haven't been up to anything. Don't look at me. I'd ask the court to recall juror number 4's earlier statement. Me, what did I say? You said that blowing into a gas pipe would make the lights in the entire building flicker. And now, if you'll recall juror number 3's statement... What? Me now? What? Hey now, it's a me now. When a gas worker who visited his home blew with too much force into the pipe, it caused all the lights and gas stoves to go out, and gas to start leaking into the rooms. Obviously, that incident was an accident. However, the simple fact is, if Mr. Shamsphere were to have blown hard into the gas pipe here in his room, he could have exhausted every other light and gas stove in the building as well.
Crikey!
Are you suggesting that the man purposefully caused the gas
Objection!
I am fully suggesting that, because that's what he fucking did.
Whilst I acknowledge that the prosecution is required to remain silent during a summonation examination, I also don't give a shit. I must toast my learned friend's utter disregard for the letter of the law. What is the meaning of this, Lord Van Zeeks? This curious photograph, or whatever it is, presented by the defense. This so-called skin print. Clearly, that cannot be accepted as any form of usable evidence in this court.
But it's an exciting new forensic technique developed by the great detective. I keep changing my voice, help.
It's nothing. A mere toy developed by an amateur sleuth with too much time on his hands. Doesn't count, it doesn't count, it doesn't count. I'm calling Mom.
Ah, fuck.
Thirdly, even research by this nature by the esteemed Mr. Shlomes cannot be recognized by the court as formal evidence.
Hold it!
Please, my lord, if I may. Miss Susato, what do you got to pull out your ass? It was not the defense's intention to submit the skin prints as formal evidence. We merely wish to present the results of the great detective's investigation of the scene as a tool by which to explain a possibility to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Fuck. Damn it.
And if the trial were to come to an end now, we should never learn the truth behind these mysterious handprints that everyone has seen now. I don't believe we can allow that to happen, as I'm sure the jurors would agree, Except for the ones that just desperately want to go home. You're right. Whether those strange handprints are a significant clue or not, it's down to us to decide. Juror number 3, let's go! Can everyone else also do that? Oh yes, I do declare the great detective's invention results should sound absolutely fascinating. And I want to hear what that shady actor fella has to say about these shady handprints.
The matter with you two? That was foolhardy.
Well, I did say, didn't I? And I don't like to break a promise.
No, wait. You heard his lordship. It's not fair.
Yeah, go for it, old man. Get him. Get his ass. Alright, one more, I guess. Mr. Natsume's trial will have to continue. Thank you, Mr. Sato. Couldn't have done it without you. Oh no, it was you who identified the clue after all. This was very much your success. Alright, can we stop circle jerking each other and get back to the trial? Oh, look how nervous he is. He's fucking terrified. You seem to be losing your composure. Oh, it's almost like you're about to get exposed for your fucking gassing people. Like how you fucking gassed someone to death and suffocated them in their sleep. Just one more juror, Mr. Naruhodo. You can do it. Oh, I didn't think we'd have to go again. Alright. I thought we were done there.
Man of logic, mate. I've considered all the evidence. The defendant must logically be guilty.
I don't know if he's gonna be much help. Oh, this is new, I think. Anyone says that is worthy. Loss of fortune, you're not very helpful. Sketchy at times. So much is up in the air. Okay, I can't pit the decided jurors against anyone. Alright, okay. I think you are my most likely to... You mean it's poisoned?
That's right. Happened a tidy few times now. This is most troubling indeed. What the fuck? There's always days like this one where I don't get any wages. I'll get in a tea Tom seat. And I see her doing it, my wife. She gets that devilish look on her face. And she slips some white powder into my cup.
And you drink it anyway.
Yep. It was brought up proper, I was. Someone gives you a cuppa, you drink it.
And what happened to you? What did it taste like?
It was god awful, believe you me. Salty as hell.
Okay. Just put salt in it. Then I think perhaps what your wife put in your tea was salt.
No. She doesn't even care enough to poison me properly, eh? Unbelievable.
The straights are at it again.
Let's move on, please.
Okay, I think the last person we haven't... Okay, we can't press you at all. We pressed you, but we didn't really... Well, we got the whole thing out of that, so we're basically done with that.
Hold it!
All the evidence, you say?
That's right. There's no room for doubt. It's all pointing to that Japanese man with the big mustache.
There's the English man with the bigger mustache. Alright, let's see how your prejudices lie. The defense just demonstrated another possible explanation for the events on the night in question. What do you make of that?
What, your so-called skin prints?
It's an exciting new forensic investigation technique. Please believe us. Please, for the love of God, believe us. The numerous handprints on the wall are clearly out of the ordinary. And if Mr. Shamsphere had indeed put his mouth to the gas pipes on the night in question, It can't be denied that there's a possibility that that's where the poison was.
Oh, yes. Won't deny that it's playing on my mind. As the prosecution rightly says, to pay no heed to unacceptable forms of evidence. And besides, even if the fella has been up to some mischief with the gas pipes dozens of times before, doesn't mean he got up to the same shenanigans on the night in question, does it?
Oh. Well, technically no, but like, could you go with us with this for a second? Like, come on, man.
If you can't make your case better than that, I'm afraid I can't change my stance.
You do make a very valid point, sir. What? That's true. Perhaps I was a little hasty. No, wait.
Oh, you've got your chance here, haven't you? Well, it's your time to prove your theory. If you and your Japanese cohorts can, that is.
Just leave our nationality out of this, god damn it! Why are you British all the same? Damn British people and their love of racism. We can't substantiate our position. I'm afraid the jurors that changed their minds before may very well change them back. What I do? Is there any more proof I can give here? I show that Mr. Shamsphere really did blow down the gas pipes on the night in question. I do have supporting testimony, but it's from Soseki, so I'm not sure if that's hopeful. Okay, no, I think I have to go with what Soseki said of feeling like they were getting choked to death every night. No, in truth, I don't have evidence to support my theory. However, there's another witness testimony that substantiates it.
What's that testimony?
This is incredible. Whose testimony? Yes, it's all connected. Everything is linked. The person whose testimony revealed details about the gas in the Garadeb residence that night, namely, it's either Soseki or Garadeb himself. I think we're gonna have to go with Soseki.
Take that!
Obviously, I'm talking about the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume himself.
The defendant?
At the very beginning of the proceedings here in court yesterday, Mr. Natsume said the following. My lodging! There's been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings. Even in the fateful night it happened when I returned from Mr. Shamsphere's room. I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me! On the night in question, the gas in the defendant's room went out. So I asked the court, was that a mere coincidence or not?
Oh, good golly.
So that Shamsphere fellow blew air into the gas pipes to make the man's stove go out on purpose?
Now hold your horses there. What would he do that for?
Nothing, I never would do that. Hope I got a message. Here we go. Mr. Foreman.
What is it, man?
We cannot allow judgment to be passed while this doubt remains. It's true that I don't have conclusive evidence yet. However, if you think about it, he's pretty sus, and thus, we should kill him. Got done with Master Duel for the month. I keep losing the coin toss like 6 times in a row in D ranking. That is such a mood for Master Duel.
Fair enough. Like I said at the outset, I'm a man of logic first and foremost.
Jorks it. It's the Jorkler. It's the Jorkler. Famous relative of the Joker. The Jorkler. That's 4 jurors leaning towards not guilty, my lord. We've overturned the decision. Therefore, the defense calls for the trial to continue. Yeah, baby.
As the defense has rightfully indicated, the summation examination has concluded with a majority of jurors altering their decision. 2 jury members now call guilty, 4 now call not guilty. Therefore, the jury's opinion is conflicted. In accordance with the law of this land, hereby offer the continuation of this trial. Mr. William Shamsphere, you dandy fuck.
My lord, how can thy humble Shamsphere serve thee?
What say you in response to the various revelations made during the summation examination?
So God amend me, I do solemnly swear, I recall aught of either the lamp or the pipe.
By the handprints have made a tiny mess all over the wall there. How'd you explain that, eh? I am done with this. The dignity of this great courtroom has been sullied enough already, juror number 5. I'm going to tell my mommy on you. How dare you make me lose to a Japanese person? Who, me? As I went to some pains to point out already. A print from the professed detective's toy has no place in a British court of law. As such, whether or not this man did indeed stand before the gas lamp with his hands against the wall remains at this time unestablished conjecture. You would all do well to remember that.
Objection!
But the prosecution must concede that it would be extremely simple to verify. Just order the mouth of the gas pipe feeding that lamp in Mr. Shamsphere's room to be examined. If there are traces of poison there... What appears to be extremely simple is my Nipponese friend's mind. You will recall that in order to check for the presence of poison in the tea, some remnants of tea were required. Yeah? There's still remnants of pipe. That's all you can get. That's all you need.
Therefore, it shouldn't go beyond your wit to imagine that even if poison were to have been spread on the pipe, it would have been completely evaporated by now, making any analysis impossible.
I didn't think of that. Just eat the pipe, idiot!
In any case, counsel, I fail to see what could possibly have motivated the man to do as you describe. Why on earth would this fellow have wanted to blow air into the gas pipe work here, where he lived?
There's only one possibility that I can think of, and that is to use the leaking gas to commit murder.
Order! Order, counsel! Precisely whose life do you propose this man was plotting to end?
The answer couldn't be simpler, now we've unraveled the mystery thus far. Mr. Shamsphere wanted to end the life of...
Take that!
Seki. If the gas lamp were to go out, it would be noticed immediately, of course. But a gas stove, on the other hand, could be silently extinguished by the killer without anyone noticing.
I live round those parts myself. I know what it's like. I can tell you trying to sleep without the stove lit is pretty much suicide. You'd freeze to death in no time.
Mr. Garrett, the landlord, has a large fireplace in his part of the residence on the top floor. In other words, it wasn't the landlord, but a fellow lodger whose life Mr. Shamsphere was trying to end.
Outrageous.
Simply, simply, simply outrageous. I'm talking, of course, about the defendant. Nuh-uh. No, don't you dare nuh-uh me. Mr. Natsume isn't the villain in this case. He's the victim this man was trying to murder.
Good gracious. My God.
Objection!
Yeah, I know you're gonna get your panties in a twist about this.
The accused is acting the aggravated. Interesting. However, the fundamental facts of the case remain unchanged. Namely, that the accused is the aggressor here.
What? How can you claim that?
Let us indulge your fantasies for a moment, and assume that there was indeed poison on the mouth of the gas pipe. The question then arises is who put it there?
Who did put it there? Could it be the one character who hasn't shown up in court at all yet? And like very clearly has the most motive to kill this guy?
The only logical conclusion is that the person responsible was aware of this man's trickery with the gas supply and his intent to kill. Yes, that would indeed seem logical. If the assailant were unaware, how would he or she have known to lace the end of the gas pipe with poison? And now we must ask, how could anyone have known of Mr. Shamsphere's murderous designs?
You mean to suggest?
Naturally, the sole possible answer to that question couldn't be more obvious. Only the man whose life was being threatened could possibly have known.
What? Nuh-uh.
Oh no, you're saying nuh-uh.
Well, it's cool when I do it.
In other words, the person who put the poison on the gas pipe in what was a clear retaliatory attack can only have been the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. No. Whatever Mr. William Shamsphere may or may not have contrived to do, he was nevertheless the victim of a potentially lethal poison attack. And the only person who could have possibly perpetrated that attack is the accused, Mr. Natsume. The defense counsel's theorizing has failed to avert suspicion from the accused. Far from it.
No, there's still other people. You're just not happy about me being smarter than you. That's the real thing here.
In fact, now that a clear motive for the poisoning has been successfully established, that suspicion is greater than ever. Would you not agree, my Nipponese friend?
No. I would say you're wrong.
How did he manage to turn that around on me so rapidly?
God damn it, I gave him the fucking... Gave him the motive, damn it. Naruhodo, you must respond. Otherwise, the member of the jury may very well change their leanings against us again. And then we'll have to do that whole fucking thing again. It's just a real pain. We don't want to have to do that more than twice in one trial, Mr. Naruhodo.
What advantage?
Well, it would seem that somebody put poison on the gas pipe in Mr. Shamsphere's room. We must name that person now and absolve Mr. Natsume of guilt. I mean, name the true culprit? Right here, right now? I know it must sound impossible, but if we fail to do that, I have no doubt that Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed once and for all. As it happens, one possible culprit does come to mind. Well, you see, everyone in this courtroom has recently suffered a severe concussion, so they'll believe anything they've told. No, Susato, that isn't true. They're all British. This is just how they are by nature.
The prosecution calls for the jury to consider their leanings again. I trust you'll make the correct choice this time, Mr. Foreman. What? Oh, don't you worry. We know exactly what...
No, we're getting olive green in here. There is one other person who I believe could have been involved in all of this. The true culprit of this crime.
A true culprit? A term found only in second-rate novels featuring a third-rate detectives. My Nipponese friend.
I'm not your friend. You clearly hate me.
But why not? This farce has gone on for so long already. I see no reason to cut it short before its disappointing climax.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you. Kiss kiss.
Tell us, my learned Nipponese friend, what is your latest theory? Who is the so-called true culprit of this crime?
Take that!
The most based among the people in my gallery. It's fucking olive green. The name of the person responsible for the poison that afflicted Mr. Shamsphere is Miss Olive Green.
Miss Olive Green? Miss Olive Green. You feel as though I've heard that name in the recent past, Counsel, but I don't recall where. Miss Olive Green. The woman from 6 days ago. The victim in the recent case for stabbing on Briar Road. An incident for which Mr. Natsume was arrested, I hasten to add. Oh, of course, yes, Miss Green. She was left comatose for some 3 days, I believe, but I hear she regained consciousness 2 days ago. And I hardly need to remind the court that Mr. Shamsphere's poisoning took place 3 days ago. Given that the woman was lying comatose in a hospital bed at the time, she appears to have a rather fine alibi.
True, on the night the incident occurred, Miss Green was in the hospital, unconscious. But she could have done this shit way earlier on. On the face of it, it would seem that she couldn't possibly be responsible. But still, I don't know. My colleagues and I visited Miss Green in the hospital yesterday, and we found her in possession of a bottle of poison.
But gracious, she had poison.
There is another fact that links Miss Green to this case as well. The defense requests that she be brought to the witness stand in order to explain the details to the court.
Tell me, Mr. Shamsphere.
Hello, my lord, pray, what be thy bidding?
Are you acquainted with Miss Green?
No, never heard of her. Of course not. Judging by the look on Mr. Shamsphere's face, I think perhaps he genuinely doesn't know her. At least not by name.
As the voice of Her Majesty's prosecution here, I adhere to my words. We will see my learned Nipponese friend's farce through to its conclusion.
I appreciate that. Love you, bestie. Mwah mwah.
Prosecution requests a short recess, my lord, in order to subpoena the witness and bring her here. Yes, Miss Olive Green. Indeed, my lord. 1 hour will be sufficient. Very well, I grant the request.
Excellent. I hope. This is probably fine.
The defense has made a most extraordinary accusation, I must say. But at the present time, I fear the prosecution's argument remains largely uncontested. Accordingly, I'm afraid the defendant and his culpability remain the sole subject of this court's attention. Thank you, counsels. We reconvene in 1 hour. Court is adjourned.
Boop. Sure, straight and even more British Edgeworth will have a way to drag this out for another 2 or 3 hours. That is true. I don't know. Trial part 3. Nope, we're still in part 2. Nope, still in part 2. There is no trial part 3. I actually want to check that. I wonder if there was a way to check, like, how long each part of a case takes. Maybe we should save this for tomorrow, because I have been going for 3 hours now, and that's a bit better. Oh god, bug. But then again, if I stop this now, then I'll... Nah, we'll just do it tomorrow. Next time, we'll finish up this case. I think we're good for now. Because, unfortunately, I really wish... If my computer didn't crash, this would be a far more, concrete ending. But, you know, my computer loves crashing. It's just such a huge fan. And, from what I can see, because I actually did look up real quick, there's another hour left of the case, but that's if you're playing, like, super fast. That's if you're, like, doing everything perfectly, and, I took, like, an hour and a half to do 40 minutes, so I feel like I'm gonna take at least 2 hours to do an hour of a case, you know? Because I'm slow with it. I'm just a slow girl. For now, that will be all for today. Next time I stream, I'll finish up this case. Yeah, see ya later. Thank y'all for coming. And, bye-bye. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Next time, we will kill William Shamsphere in cold blood. We will watch Olive Green murder him in court, and we will cheer. We will applaud when she does it, because she deserves to kill this man. Like, this girl has been through a lot. She deserves to murder this man as a treat. That's what I'm saying, at least. You know, I believe in justice.